Americans are also known as being really loud and in your face. The average cost of giving birth, and that is the most simple birth. There is a lot of misconceptions out there. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about giving birth in Canada versus the US, what you need to know about giving birth in both countries, also how much it'll cost to give birth in either Canada or the US. We'll also be talking about the general trend of birth tourism in both countries. We'll also be talking about Canadian passport power and the US passport power and current updates to immigration and how it affects giving birth in both countries. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. Please note that this video is not meant to serve as an endorsement for birth tourism. It is simply for informational purposes and to shed light on the topic of birth tourism, as there is a lot of misconceptions out there. If you're wondering about giving birth in Canada versus the US, I'm looking at Skyscanner and they rank Canada, Belgium, Greece, Ireland, Norway, United Kingdom, and the United States as 6th in the world, and either passport will get you into 183 countries. So if you're weighing the pros and cons about giving birth in Canada or the US, it looks like in terms of passport power, both countries are equal. In my experience, I've traveled to almost 30 countries around the world, and I will say that the Canadian passport is a bit more respected than the United States passport. There's this funny story how lots of times travelers who have backpacks will put a Canadian flag on their backpack so people will think they're Canadian instead of American, because especially in this day and age, America just come with quite a bit of reputation. Americans are also known as being really loud and in your face, which are traits that I personally love about Americans. But the stereotype about Canadians is that Canadians are polite, Canadians say sorry and things like that. I've also lived in America and currently live in Canada. Personally, if I had to choose, I would definitely choose to have a child in Canada, although both passports are considered equal. In terms of immigration outlooks, as I record this video, we're currently in the middle of a pandemic, so if you're planning to apply for a visa to come to the United States or Canada, you will not be able to come to the country. The United States and Canada have closed their borders. We have no idea when the borders will be opened up again, so if you're planning to give birth here, the borders are closed, so you may want to come up with a plan B. As I record this video, you should also know that the United States under the Trump administration is severely cracking down on birth tourism in America. So that's something that you should be aware of. Trump has talked about outlawing the practice on several occasions. It has not happened yet, but just so you know, things are getting pretty heated in the United States. I'm not sure how long people will be able to continue to give birth in America. On the Canadian side of things are a bit more quiet. Trudeau has turned a blind eye to birth tourism. Opposition leaders have tried to draw attention to the issue. I read an article just a few minutes ago before recording this video that even in the midst of this global pandemic, birth tourism is still happening in some parts of Canada. So just so you're aware, although there's been lots of controversy in the news and things like that, birth tourism is still happening in Canada, and our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, has not really talked about the issue. So right now, you know, borders are closed due to the pandemic, but in terms of an outlook for the future, Canada seems a lot more welcoming to birth tourism, while the United States, as it stands, it's looking quite tricky moving forward. Now let's talk about cost. If you're wanting to give birth in the United States, based on the research that I've done, also have to live in there, the average cost of giving birth, and that is the most simple birth, that is a vag with maybe an epidural, you're looking at paying at least $25,000 US. If you have a C-sec and other complications, you could be paying up to $50,000 in the United States. In Canada, on the other hand, I'm going to talk about British Columbia since that's where I live. In Vancouver, the average cost of a regular birth is $10,000, and the average cost of a C-sec is about $16,000. In Victoria, the average cost for a regular birth is about $7,000, and the cost for a C-sec birth is about $10,000. I will put a breakdown of the Victoria and Vancouver birth cost. Thanks for watching. If you have any specific questions or need more information about what I've talked about, feel free to comment below or send me an email. Good luck, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!